Good morning, everyone. So, we start our today's reading session, and as we are reading about the book is You Can Heal Your Life by Louis Hay, and we are reading deep down about our belief systems, about the thoughts we create. And yesterday we were reading that point that there are many challenging situations around us. It can be in the any area of the life, but if we just see the root of it is your relationship with your own self, what kind of words you use for it, what kind of stories you are telling to your own self. So it is all about our creation. And even if those challenges we are, once we understand this, if we choose this work on this root cause, and if we start loving ourselves, definitely we will have more better approach, and obviously the outer world will show that change. So we start reading further. Loving the self, I continue to explain that no matter what their problem seems to be, that means she was describing the different problems of different people around her, and there is only one thing I ever work on with anyone, and that is loving the self. Love is the miracle cure. Loving ourselves works miracles in our lives. I'm not talking about vanity or arrogance or being stuck up, for that is not love. It is only fear. I am talking about having a great respect for our own self and gratitude for the miracle of our bodies and our minds. So, two important things are respect and gratitude. So, love to me is appreciation to such a degree that it fills my heart to bursting and overflows. Love can go in any direction. I can feel love for what? I mean, what are there those different parameters of your own self that you will be feeling these feelings of love? So I can feel love for the very process of life itself, the joy of being alive. Even we are breathing, we are sitting here today. So that is also like, it should be like a gratitude and love. The beauty I see, another person, knowledge, the process of the mind, our bodies, and the way they work, animals, birds, fish, vegetations in all its forms, the universe, and the way it works. So you can feel love for n number of things. What can you add to this list? So just think, and you can just add on, and then you will realize that, oh, world is so beautiful from inside out. Now let's look at some of the ways we don't love ourselves. Now, instead of this, what we do? What are those wordings we are, saying to our own selves, or some for some people, or sometimes we are just check your background thoughts. What are they? What things are going in your mind? So we scold and criticize ourselves endlessly. This is the reality. We mistreat our bodies with food, alcohol, and drugs. We choose to believe we are unlovable. We are afraid to charge a decent price for our services. We create illness and pain in our bodies. We procrastinate on things that would benefit us. We live in chaos and disorder. We create depth and burdens. We attract we attract um so many problems. So what are some of your ways? So even think, am I doing instead? So instead of showing love to each and every part, inside, outside, showing gratitude, we are doing these things currently. And if we deny our good in any way, it is an act of not loving ourselves. So that is very important. So lack of self-worth is another expression of not loving ourselves. So now these are the what I would say questions, or these are the scenarios we really need to introspect. Am I doing this? or instead how what should be my ways of expressing love for myself. Now, author is giving certain example in the childhood, that perfection of babies. How perfect you were when you were tiny baby. Babies do not have to do anything to become perfect. They already are perfect, and they act as if they know it. They know they are the center of the universe. They are not afraid to ask for what they want. They freely express their emotions. You know when baby is angry. In fact, the whole neighborhood knows. You also know when babies are happy, for their smiles light up a room and they are full of love. So once we are older, we learn to live without love. But babies will not stand for it. Babies also love every part of their bodies. So they have incredible courage. You were like that. We were all like that. Then we began to listen to adults around us who had learned to be fearful, and we began to deny our own magnificence. So I never believe it when clients try to convince me how terrible they are or how unlovable they are. My work is to bring them back to the time when they knew how to really love themselves. So, this is all again going back to the childhood, and it is indirectly telling us that there is one inner child inside of us. So, we have to keep having good bond with that child and keep building good connection with our inner child. When we do that, definitely we will be in harmony. Now, so there is something called as mirror exercise. So next, I ask client to pick up a small mirror, look into their own eyes, and say their names and say, I love and accept you exactly as you are. And this is very powerful exercise. This is so difficult for many people. Seldom do I get a calm reaction, let alone enjoyment from this exercise. So it is, you can also try. It is very, very important. Like every day when you get up and in front of mirror, when you are getting ready, say that yes, I love and accept you exactly as you are. But for someone, it is very difficult. Some cry or some are close to tears, some get angry, some belittle their features or qualities, some insist they can't do it. I even had one man throw the mirror across the room and want to run away. It took him several months before he could begin to relate to himself in the mirror. I mean, this is the reality for many. For years, I looked into the mirror only to criticize what I saw there, recalling the endless hours um, I was working, or I was just saying this part of me is not good, let me correct it. I remember it used to frighten me to look into my own eyes. But this simple exercise shows me so much. In less than an hour, I am able to get to some of the core issues that are beneath the outer problem. So ultimately, again, coming back to the same thing, that there are inner core issues, and that is about your connection with your own self. If we work only on the level of the problem outer there, we can spend endless time working out each and every detail. And the minute we think we have it all fixed up, it will crop up somewhere else. So it is not like you will end one and it is done. It will be coming up next with some other situation. But obviously the underlying core issues are the same. So these are the simple things. Start accepting yourselves, show gratitude, show respect, start loving yourselves, having this mirror exercise. So ultimately, this is the real problem, that yes, we are not accepting, we are not loving ourselves, and the words what we use for our own selves. So now, where does it come from? So all this, as we read that in childhood, everything was so perfect, and we really have perfect mindset as those son children. But then as we grow up, We get it from the surrounding and we keep it in our subconscious mind. But the past has no power over me. This is something we really need to remind ourselves. So, all we have gone through a lot of stuff and we have, now understood that whatever the problem we thought is not the real problem. Now we have come up with what I believe is the real problem. We feel we are not good enough. There is a lack of self love. From the way I look at life, if there is any problem, then this has to be true. So let us look at where this belief has come from. And majorly, it is coming as we know that yes, somewhere you keep on feeling in a different areas, in a different angles that yes, somewhere I am not good enough. Now, how did we go from being a tiny baby who knows the perfection of itself and of life to being a person who has problems and feels unworthy and unlovable to one degree or another? People who already love themselves can love themselves even more. Now think of a rose from the time it's a tiny bud. As it opens full flower till the last petal falls, it is always beautiful, always perfect, always changing. So it is with us. We are always perfect, always beautiful, and ever changing. We are doing the best we can with the understanding, awareness, and knowledge we have. As we gain more understanding, more awareness, more knowledge, then we will do things differently. So, this is the crux of it. And with this note, we will definitely end and then we keep on reading. So, ultimately, again, just remind yourself that every day in front of mirror, you should be able to say that I love you and I accept you as you are. Most of the time, we self criticize and we really have to come out of it because remember this example of rose, that whatever stage it was always beautiful. Similarly, at whatever stage of life, we were always perfect, always beautiful, as per the understanding, knowledge, and awareness of that point of time. And I think that we should always remember. So now we will continue reading from Monday because tomorrow, being Friday, is going to be powerful journaling session based on this. And now we'll move on to our guided visualization. And it is all about today creating that new inner story because ultimately it is all about what is your connection to yourself and what are the words you are using. So start sitting in comfortable position with your spine straight and eyes closed. Start focusing on your breathing. Deep breath in, hold for a moment, and slowly exhale. And just imagine you're standing in front of a beautiful library. This library contains the story of your life. You slowly walk in. There are many books on the shelves. Some books represent old pain, disappointments, old fears. But today, You are guided towards a new section. On a shining table, there is a blank golden, and the title is My New Healing Story. You slowly open the first page, and instead of old levels, you begin to write new bits. You visualize these words flowing beautifully on the pages. I choose self-love. I deserve happiness. I trust the process. I am safe to be myself. I am healing emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. With every sentence, your energy changes. And now, imagine future you walking towards you, a peaceful, confident, joyful version of you. And merging with this healed version of yourself, and you are carrying their confidence, their peace, and their love. And affirm to yourself, I am creating a healthier inner world. And with this new feeling, new alignment, ready to come back to the present moment. Wiggling toes and fingers, rub your palms, open your eyes and face, and slowly open your eyes. And now we will move on to our next segment.
Good morning, everyone. So, after this interesting portion of reading and this deep meditation, we definitely need to introspect, and I want you to continue in the same rhythm because today is the day to write gratitude. Today is the day when we will again pick up our journals and we are going to enter gratitude. Long back, we had written gratitude on our own self. We have been appreciating things around us in different forms in past so many months, but it's been long that we actually appreciated our own self. And today in the reading segment, as again we highlighted that it all again starts from self-love. It starts from you within. If your inner core is happy, if you are contented, things seems to be little different in the outer world as well. This activity which was highlighted in the reading segment, that mirror activity, is really very, very powerful. It is tried and tested, and it has been experimented by many people to see the difference in their own outlook towards their personality. So If you all would also like to experience the power of this mirror activity, definitely for a week, just give it a try to see the difference. Stand in front of that mirror and literally look into the eyes. Look into the eyes of the person standing in front, that is you, and talk to that person, appreciate and motivate that person that as if you are the best cheerleader of your own life. Because this gives you that inner power which you are looking for. Normally, we look for all these kind of things in the outer world. Our expectations, validations are all examples of that. And if we don't get, we feel disappointed. But if we start filling that cup by appreciating our own self from our own side, you see that you will not feel that low or empty inside. So this gives you that lot of confidence. It builds that confidence, it gives you that power. So try it for a week to experience the beauty and power of this activity. Coming back to our gratitude journal, I would request all of you again to take out your journals and appreciate all the things you feel are worthy enough in you as a person to be grateful for. It starts from the inner world, moving out to the outer world. So, how much you can think of, go deep down. It can be in points, it can be in paragraph style, it can be any way. But thanking yourself for being you. And if you feel that there is something missing which you need to work on, thanking in anticipation that it is going to shape it in that form. So, we will again open up our journals. We have 5 to 7 minutes in hand. Let's pay gratitude to the person who is putting a lot of effort day and night, taking or building the shape which we see now. I mean, building the shape and want to be the better person or better version of themselves. So let's appreciate that person within. So I'll be again sharing that soft music so that it soothes and comforts our mind, and we can continue writing. I'm sure you all must have got enough reasons to feel grateful to yourself, from inside to the outer world, to the person you are, to the person you are becoming. Everything holds a place in your own existence. This is again one such gratitude. I think it is quite, it might continue long. These 5, 7 minutes would not be sufficient to complete the task. So during the day, if you feel that you need to add on to the list, you can just keep on thinking, introspecting deep inside, and point out that what are all things you already possess, and you can thank yourself for being that person you are becoming. On that note, we end today's Insta Live. Oh, sorry, today's morning session. And we meet tomorrow. Tomorrow being Friday, we will definitely go in deep journaling. So I request all of you to be present with your journals, with your cup of tea, and definitely with a lot of excitement, because again, it will be a practical way of dealing with the things which we read and understand in a week's time. Thank you so much. Have a great positive day. Bye bye. Take care.